And here I am back at the Homestead Training Center, guys. It's been a couple of weeks. I know people have emailed me, what's going on with the training, with the finger on the trigger guard, with learning the Yang Lee style of shooting. I've had a couple of matches since then, and let's make sure that we are in focus. No, but things have been really good. It's a beautiful day out here at the lovely Homestead Training Center. So today I'm going to be working on, and it's a little bright there. Let's turn that down. Today I'm going to be working on trigger. Now I know I promised you before talking about what Yang wants me to do with trigger, and some interesting things. It's not just the trigger, it's also gripping the gun. I mean, we talked about the grip, but as I pull the shot, not to over pull, too much over travel, too much input into the gun, and on a distant shot, instead of squeezing down so hard, loosening up a little bit on the grip. So we're gonna give that a shot, no pun intended. It's great to be back. It's great to see you guys. I'm glad you're getting same amount of value that I'm getting from it. I've heard from other people, you guys are enjoying it too, enjoying putting your finger on the trigger guard. So let's see what happens. It's time to go set up. So what I want to work on, I know I have a weird angle here because I'm holding up the tripod. What I'm going to start working on is trigger pulls. So one of the things that Yang is talking about, one is when you pull the trigger, too many people are pulling the trigger and like they're not just pulling the trigger, they're pulling the trigger into the gun. You need to pull the trigger with just enough to let the shot go. But under stress and under the concept of time, and you're anxious about it, you pull and you're pulling with the whole hand, you're pulling into the gun. And that's causing a lot of people to go like low and left, or jerking the shot, or at distance they're just missing because they're pushing down on the gun. Been there, done that. So one of the things I'm going to work on right now, I've still got the grip, elbows directed, finger on the trigger guard, using my pectorals, leaning into it. I still got that, but now when I break the shots in this next drill, I'm going to be breaking the shots with only enough to break the shot. Just enough to get the trigger to engage and to go off. I'm going to make a conscious effort. So when I shoot the match, I'm not conscious. I'm going to make a conscious effort right now to do that, and let's see what happens.
Stand by. One, 2, 8.
So you hit this one?
Yeah.
It shows you, oh, you got it. Or you saw it.
I saw it.
Oh, okay. But that's how you do the review,
Yeah.
is that one.
I have the same one in the car. Stand by. Very good draw. Very good. 1 second.
1 second draw.
Very nice. Stand by. Nice. 78. Nick, ready? Stand by. 80. Stand by. 79. Stand by. 105. 89.
That felt controllable too, I saw my sights.
Stand by. Good. 103 and 85.
And those were on.
Uh-huh. Stand by. 103. 87. Stand by.
One went low, one went on.
96. Stand by.
That was
good. 1 second.
All right.
Draw of 85.
Good.
It's a 15 split off a draw.
Well, it's kind of nice because the wind's picking up and we're getting a little bit of cloud cover. But I just want to tell you, the drill I just did, all right, my buddy here, Gary, he really also wanted to work on draw speed. So we set up a little thing, but we broke it down into basically what's it going to take to get the draw and break it into small parts. And if you follow the videos that I'm doing over here on dry practice, where I break down the draw into little parts. So we started him, just barely off the gun to get the draw. And then from there we went to a more of a surrender position to get the draw and still see the difference in time, when at the end of it we were talking tenths of a second difference, maybe hundredths of a second difference. So it worked out really well. So that's another example of micro drilling. What does it take to do the draw and break it into small parts? If you're going to go into position, what does it take for me to leave the position, to move, to get into the position? All those little things, you don't have to take it all at once, you know. Perhaps, I'm trying to adjust it here. That's good. Perhaps just find out what is the little components that you need to work on. I need a burst of speed leaving, or I need to hit that shot as I'm leaving. I need to hit that reload. I need to start that reload and work those individual components. And then you put it all together. So getting back to the trigger stuff. So again, I want to talk about that. I am just pulling with enough force to break the shot. On the 2 shots, I am pulling the trigger as fast as I can, manipulating my finger as fast as I can, trying not to over squeeze with this hand. It's very hard to do this, but I find when I do get that lightened grip with my trigger hand, I'm able to move that much faster. And without pulling it, I think Yong actually did, I'll link to a video here, Yong did a video where he loosened up his grip, and you can see the shot stayed in a nice tight groove. It wasn't all over the place. So those are 2 things, 2 actionable things that you can work on. What we're about to do now is a match specific drill. All right, so I bring away a little bit of the just building my own personal skill set and do some match skills. So the concept of this, and I'll show you in a second, is we're going to start hands on the barrel, draw, engage the target, the partial target first, hit the steel, and leave. Right. One of the things that you do if you shoot USPSA, people avoid leaving position on steel because technically you need to hit it. So people are afraid. They'd rather throw a couple rounds on paper and don't even care where it really went, and then buck out of there. If you're shooting production, this is when you're doing a reload. So that's a bunch of skill sets. Having enough visual patience to hit that steel, call that shot, and move. Not really waiting for the ding. I should be able to call the shot and move. I'm doing this in accuracy mode. Remember, if you listen to Steve Anderson talk or read his books, he says you can have accuracy mode, you can have speed mode, and then there's match mode. Well, in practice, I'm doing accuracy mode. I want to see what does it take, what does it look like, what does it feel like to make all alphas and hit the steel each time. In speed mode, because speed is not judged, speed mode, I want to see how fast I can do the drill. Unlike Gary, how fast I can do the drill and get to know what that feels like. And then in match mode, I do the drill where I'm just calling my shots. All right, so let's give it a try. Good day at the range. Lots of stuff that we worked on, moved forward on getting some speed out of that holster. Did that drill, didn't have enough time with it, but got me thinking about how I shoot and move versus shooting on the move. But now, lucky for me, we're driving back and I remembered that the 511 store is here, 511 Tactical. No trip to a range is complete without going to a 511 store. And now I know there's not a lot of 511 stores, but we're lucky down here in Miami we actually have one. So let's go take a look. All right, here we are. We got Orangetheory here, and lucky for us, the cool 511 Tactical.
Like around 6 before they come to Florida, so shipping's gonna take about 2 extra days longer than normal, you know?
If you love 511, I mean, this is like Mecca. Everything you could possibly want is here. And normally I'm ordering stuff from 511 on the catalog. So I'm gonna have to buy something. Here's my two favorite people at 511. We got
Eddie Campbell.
Andrew Camacho.
And where is this?
This is in Doral. This is 511 Miami. Come on down.
Check us out 7 days a week.
No, really, guys. You should make the time to come here. We'll show you around, whatever your needs. We'll take care of you.